If you see Sam Hartman in a football game, turn the channel. Not because he's not good looking, but because that means they're down to, the bottom of the depth chart. Mike McCarthy used to explain when they only had 2 quarterbacks on the roster in Green Bay. If you get down to the third guy, you're already screwed. It's already over. Whoever the third quarterback is, if you get to QB3, it's done. And now we're just 2 weeks into the season, and multiple teams are going to be using QB2. The Jets with Tyrod Taylor. The Vikings with Carson Wentz. The Bengals with Jake Browning. Maybe Mac Jones again for the 49ers. And the one that seems to be most in doubt, Jayden Daniels. Didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday. The word all week long is he'll practice on Friday at the earliest. Hard for him to play without practicing, Coach Dan Quinn said earlier in the week. It would be Marcus Mariota instead of Jayden Daniels. And I think it makes it a little harder for the Commanders to win if one of the most electric and dynamic young players in the NFL isn't available for them. And even if he does play, is he really going to be himself? Is he going to be limited? Are you going to be holding your breath? It's shades of RG3 for the Washington fans who remember the injuries he had. And these happened in his rookie year, but he had that knee injury that happened against the Ravens. And, you're just kind of like squeamish anytime he comes back in the game. I'd almost rather give him a little time to heal, whatever the injury is. My guess would be it's an MCL, but whatever it is, give it some time to heal, and then you're not worrying about it when he comes back.
Especially that injury, Mike. That's when you're talking about any kind of knee injuries for a quarterback or anything, lower body injuries for a quarterback, it makes you nervous. Now, last year, in a different situation, I thought Jayden Daniels was able to figure out it during the season. So he gets hurt. I think he had bruised ribs, whatever it was, the injury he had as a rookie. He changed it. You notice he changed the way he played for a few weeks until he got himself back to a level where he felt comfortable running around some more. But he got hurt. Then there was like a 2 or 3 week stretch where you could see he didn't play the same, but he was able to start games for the Commanders and obviously do pretty well. In this case, I wouldn't take that chance. Go with your backup quarterback and preserve your franchise quarterback as long as you can.
Here's Kliff Kingsbury on the prospect of having to go against the Raiders with Marcus Mariota.
Just being around him for a year, when we signed him back, we felt like we have 2 starters in the building, which is rare in this league. So anytime he was asked to play or practice or even on scout team, he's been phenomenal. So treats like a pro, as a leader on the team, despite not being the starter, which is hard to do, and can't say enough good things about him. So if he has to go, I'm sure he'll be ready.
Can you provide any update on where Jayden is today?
No, he's just preparing mentally. Marcus is getting the reps physically. Jayden preparing mentally, and we'll take it from there.
Oh yeah, the little eye touch. There's a little stress there when that topic comes up. Oh no. That's real, people. That's real. I don't think we're going to see Jayden on Sunday. I think we're going to see Marcus Mariota. And he's had his moments. But all in all, he's a backup now for a reason. Just like Jameis Winston. They were number 1 and number 2, Winston and Mariota in the 2015 draft. I remember Marcus Mariota was the one where some were breathlessly reporting every day, he hasn't thrown an interception in training camp. That was 10 years ago. He hasn't thrown an interception yet. Well, he hasn't thrown many interceptions lately because he hasn't been playing. We may see him on Sunday. And right now, just based on that last little clip from Kingsbury, my guess is we're going to see him on Sunday.
Yep. I think we'll see him. And Gary Carter, you tell all your Commanders fans, don't worry too much. I mean, you could do worse than having Marcus Mariota as a backup quarterback. So Kingsbury is right. What you want is those guys who have started games. Obviously, they weren't good enough to become career starters, but they've started enough games where they go in, they recognize coverage, they know what the defense is trying to do to them, they know what their offensive plan is, they can retain information, they can lead the team in a limited time for a couple of games. So I think they'll be fine, and it helps that they're playing an opponent that they're better. Even with Marcus Mariota, I think the Commanders are better than the Raiders. It should be a good spot for him. I wouldn't freak out at having Marcus Mariota as my quarterback for a week or two.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.